Hello people, Doug Walker here. Being a child of the 80s and 90s, you probably know I grew up with a lot of TV and movies. And through that process of destroying my brain with such visuals, I've seen a lot of great characters. And as a lot of you know, I'm just a big character guy. Even if the story sucks in something that has a really good character, I'm all over it. I just love it. So with that said, a lot of people keep asking, who are your favorite characters or your all-time favorite character? In any movie or any TV show, whatever. And I was thinking about it, and I said, you know what? I think I got a pretty good list for it. I think I'm actually going to count down my top 10 favorite movie and or TV characters. And I was thinking to myself, rather than just doing like one video, you know what? These are my favorite characters. These are just the characters I can watch over and over. I'm going to give them each their own video. So all through the month of April, you're going to see my top 10 favorite characters from TVs and movies. Now keep in mind, this is not like the funniest characters or the best villains or even the most influential, even though many of them are. It's more just my favorite characters that I can watch over and over and over and never get tired of. The characters I wish there was even more stories about them. Well, some of them there are still stories going on, but they're the characters that just bring so much to me. And like I said, I can just never get tired of watching their adventures. So, with that said, these are my top 10 favorite movie and or TV characters. On the list, anime fans unite, it's Edward from Cowboy Bebop. As many of you know, this is also one of my favorite shows of all time, and she plays a major part. She's sort of this wild child that has more one side of her brain working, the side that understands computers and technicals and so forth, while the other side is just her childlike insanity. Always bouncing, always smiling, always laughing. She doesn't know when to feel sad, when to feel confused, where to live, how she's supposed to live, what she's supposed to be like. She's just Edward, and she's anything she wants to be. She'll say whatever she wants, do whatever she wants, be wherever she wants. Her entrance into the show is just as quick and spontaneous as her exit from the show. And both have a lot of comedy, but also sort of a bittersweet tragedy to her. You almost wonder what this kid would be like if she did have the proper parents or the right upbringing or, I don't know, focus on anything. But if she did, we wouldn't have our favorite ADD hyperactive wild kid. I think for me, so much of it just centers around the fact that she's in her own little world. I mean, she'll talk to people, she knows what reality is. She's even used her incredible intelligence to adapt and survive all this time. But it seems like her philosophy is, life's a party, might as well have fun. Her missions and goals in life seem to change almost day to day. All she's clear about is that she wants to have fun while doing it. But that's not to say she's not devoid of depth either. In the episode where they finally go into where she came from, we find her past is actually just as strange and random as she is. I won't spoil it for you, but it's incredibly fitting, and also leads to the perfect bittersweet exit of our character. I think another reason I really appreciate her is because it would have been so easy just to make the computer nerd on this show your traditional computer nerd. Big glasses, really unsocial, awkward, quiet, your typical geek. But she's not, she's just her own category of crazy. But likably crazy, and enjoying every second of it. And I know there's a fair amount of people that say they can't stand this character, and to be honest, I know exactly where they're coming from. She is annoying, she is loud, she is a pain in the neck, she is unfocused, at many times she is uncaring, and only wants to do what's best for herself, or whatever distracts her attention. But I guess for me, it never hit that point where it was unlikable. She put in her 2 cents, she did help out, she had an unbelievable amount of creativity to her, and we just knew she was enjoying whatever strange world she was constantly in. I guess I like people that can live in the same environment that many people would consider bad or unaccommodating, and instead can feed off of all the good that it can give. All the cool stuff, all the stuff that's worth admiring, all the stuff you can have fun with, all the stuff you can question, all the answers you can create. Just the excitement of the mere possibilities. Edward is definitely that for me, and I think that's definitely something to admire. She's crazy, wild, and totally out of control, and loving every moment of it. Hence why she's my number 10 favorite character.